Monsieur le ministre, vous avez déjà traversé le Maroc à travers le Paris-Dakar, hein, le rallye Paris-Dakar, mais c'est votre première visite officielle en tant que responsable politique.
I actually also did Rally Morocco. So I visited Morocco 4 times when I was a bit younger, in the beginning of the 2000, and I was deeply impressed by the love of the Moroccan people to the Jews. It started with Mohammed VI, the king, that created an ecosystem and and really supported the Jews. But actually, Moroccan Jews feel extremely comfortable for thousands of years living in Morocco. So there's really good memory in our country between the Jews that came from Morocco, and I see the love that we're accepted here by the current king and the kingdom of Mohammed VI. And I want to thank the king and the people of Morocco for such warm hospitality. There's a lot of love in the air. The people to people and now government to government creates wonderful opportunities into the future.
Justement pour l'avenir, qu'est-ce qu'il y a de concret? Est-ce que vous prévoyez par exemple de signer des accords dans le cadre de ce salon?
My impression is that Morocco is well positioned. I spoke to the Minister of Riyadh Mazzouz yesterday, and I see that Morocco is positioning itself to be a gateway to businesses, Israeli businesses, gateway to Africa, and a gateway in many ways to Europe. And I think that we have to put the infrastructure in place to enable Israeli companies to do joint ventures with Moroccan companies and business people, so that we can, through Morocco, not only do business in Morocco, but actually do a lot of business globally. This is key. Israel needs to scale. We're less than 10 million people. And when we have good technology, we need to scale. We, of course, have our partners in the United States, and we do a lot of business all over Europe. I believe that you'll see India playing a pivotal role in being a gateway to Asia, and Morocco is well positioned, and this is the plan of the king and the government. And I believe that it proposes wonderful opportunities for Israeli companies. Once people in Israel will understand that, and I think we're starting to understand that, then I will push to make that happen.
Justement, pour aller vers le concret, est-ce que vous ciblez des secteurs en particulier?
Well, first of all, I decided to appoint an economic liaison for the first time. And we're going to send them soon, find somebody and develop that relationship. Yeah, there are a number of clusters, business clusters that are really relevant. Morocco is well positioned to develop aviation and car industries. Israel has wonderful technology that is really complementary to that cluster. I spoke to Minister of Riyadh yesterday about those opportunities, and I'm sure, there's no doubt in our mind, that will develop very well. Then there's a cluster of business, what we call desert tech. Desert tech is how technology improves quality of life in deserts. In water, drip irrigation was invented in the Negev, in the southern part of Israel. We're talking about energy, food production, agrotech, food tech, creating food from the sea. We have new initiatives of how to domesticate bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna, and create production of, and create many fish and domesticate those fish for the benefit of creating food from the sea. Morocco has a huge sea in Morocco, and we can only feed 10 million people. We need those relationships to expand those technologies and reach billions of people around the world. And so you're going to see us develop in things that Morocco is strong at and things that Israel is strong at, and how can we complement each other. It's a work that we're now developing, and because I'm an entrepreneur and I look into the future, I see this huge opportunity of collaboration in the fields I mentioned, and then also in classic high-tech and cyber and security. We usually start, many Israeli companies start in America. We have by far the largest number of unicorns, billion-dollar companies that are public in the United States. Those companies need to expand as well, and you know, the need is all over the world. So we're going to open up all of the opportunities for Israeli companies. And once we set up that infrastructure, the sky is the limit.
Alors, en tant qu'entrepreneur, vous allez bien comprendre les inquiétudes des entrepreneurs qui, quand même, s'inquiètent en voyant la tension actuelle dans votre pays et avec les Israéliens. Est-ce qu'il y aurait un apaisement malgré tout?
I see every challenge as an opportunity. And Israel is a very thriving democracy. I'm proud of our democracy. The fact that people are willing to go out in the streets and say what their hearts feel and what they believe on both sides of the aisle is very healthy. And I know, there's no doubt in my mind, we'll overcome some of these challenges and move on. When you talk about the potential and the competitive advantage of Israel, it's not changing. And I see the interest all over the world in expanding the relationship with Israel. So I'm very optimistic. I know that people sometimes don't understand that sometimes democracies, have internal conflicts and challenges that are very healthy. But we all want a strong democracy. We want to, some people on my side of the aisle, we want to improve the democracy. We believe in democracy. Other people think differently, but we will come to those understandings. And rest assured, everyone that in long term invested in Israel won big time. You see that sometimes we have our ups and downs, but the trend is one. Israel is well positioned to expand its partnerships around the world, to do better for the benefit of mankind. We seek peace. We are thankful for the expansion of the peace process with Morocco. And again, thank you for Mohammed VI, the king, for enabling this to happen. We've opened up a peace process with our friends in the Emirates. And mind you that Israel's demonstrated. We have 40 years peace with Egypt, 25 years peace with Jordan. And throughout all these challenges, our economy is headed one way, up, and there's huge opportunity in front of us.
Mais justement, concernant les accords d'Abraham, certains craignent quand même pour l'avenir de ces accords avec l'arrivée de votre coalition. Qu'est-ce que vous pourriez leur dire?
The Israeli coalition, and actually the majority of Israeli parliament members, overwhelming majority of parliament members are very supportive of the peace we have with the Emirates. And so I've just been into the Emirates not long ago, before I was a minister, and I shared my love to the Emirate people. When you look at the relationship, the economic relationship, it's going one way, good. And I'm very optimistic, and you just need to count fingers in our parliament. 80–90% supportive of that relationship. So I think it's very firm. 100% of the coalition and the majority of the opposition are supportive of the Abraham Accord. And so there's no need to be concerned.
Vous avez déclaré dernièrement que vous à titre personnel, que vous accepterez la décision de la Cour suprême si elle abrogeait la réforme de la justice dans votre pays. Vous avez créé une vive polémique même au sein de votre parti. Est-ce que vous maintenez malgré tout cette position?
We need to calm the situation. We need, when we are touching delicate challenges, differences or things between the legislation and the parliament and the government, we need to do things as wide acceptance as possible. And we need to calm the people of Israel. We all seek great democracy, and we are a great democracy, and we will be like that in the future. So let's put aside all the challenges and seek to collaborate between the different people of Israel. There's no doubt in my mind that the majority of Israelis understand we need changes. It's not that 80% of the Israelis understand that we need to make some changes to the system, and that, I believe, is eventually what's going to happen.
So, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.